I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. I don't know if I even need to talk. I mean, that's what I'm doing here, right? I even have this mic, so I just don't know what else to do. So I have this YouTube channel and I talk about some random topics and things because I kinda got sick of me trying to make something out of myself in this world. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna sit in the room and just talk whatever. I mean, not completely like this, with this kind of giving up things in life came realization that I'm not any of these things and I'm alright actually without me having a job, trying to be someone, trying to prove something, trying to build some company, some business, like, I don't know, like anything, you know? And I tapped into this feeling of love where I'm alright. For the first time in my life, I felt ever like, actually, I'm fine. It's okay. It's all good. Since I experienced that contrast of life where I was in this dark place and now I'm in this loving light place, I kind of wanted to share that light and love with other people, because there are so many people who lives in their own head, in the hell that they created for themselves. And the deeper you go there, it's just this negative self-doubt and self-criticizing and criticizing around and constant complaining and feeling like something is wrong with you and with your life. The more you go for it, the harder it's to get out from this loop, because it becomes a habit, and we are such a habitual creatures. We just repeating our own thoughts every day. Basically, there is not so many new thoughts in your mind compared to yesterday or even to a year ago. So you make a little effort and you turn in your thoughts in a little bit more positive way, in a little bit more loving way, in a little bit more compassionate way, compassionate to yourself and to others, in a little bit more grateful way, where you try to notice good things in life rather than bad all the time. And slightly you don't even notice, but the life becomes brighter and the colors becomes brighter. But even in this loving, full of light and love life where I am right now, and I'm grateful that I recognize this. I'm grateful that I recognize this love that's in my life, because it's not actually the love in my life, it's my ability to recognize, to see and to feel this love. There's no such a life, such a human without love in their life. Actually, you know, those people who is searching for love, they kind of remind me fish in a river or in a sea searching for water. It's like this. The love is always there. It's just your ability to see it. And I'm grateful I developed that ability to see and to recognize that love. But I still have a long way to go. And a lot of the times I feel self-doubt and and just like I'm doing something wrong. Like I should be doing something else. Like I should be someone else. And even I don't associate myself with these things as much as I was before, they're still there. Those fears and self-doubts, or just the general resistance of life. I think that's my biggest challenge. Just this kind of resistance that I feel there is, like that something's supposed to be different, I am supposed to be somewhere different, not here. I'm supposed to have different things. I'm supposed to look different. I'm supposed to have like more views or subscribers. There is always some kind of comparison to what I'm supposed to be to where I am right now. Not always, but some days. And in these days, I feel just not my best. And even with all this knowledge that I'm 100% convinced in, that all is good, all is perfect, all is love, everything for the best, those kind of things, they definitely help me to cope with my own resistance that I'm creating, and just kind of soothe it, and just like kind of not breaking it but dissolve it, and not involving myself so much into this cycle of negative thoughts that I get used to be involved without even realizing that. At least now I'm realizing this. At least now I can see how this another cycle of not enoughness want to suck me in, but I'm like, okay, I'm not going there. It's not like I can actually go to the loving place where I'm just like all accepting, loving, and just pure joy from these kind of moods and negative cycles. But at least I can stay neutral and not engage with this so much, just like be neutral, kind of ignoring this negative thoughts that comes to my mind, knowing that it's just BS, it's not true, as much as positive actually, because those are just also thoughts that came from somewhere, and they will disappear, and I'm staying here while these thoughts and feelings come and go. I'm staying here. But at least it's much more pleasant to involve yourself into these pleasant thoughts. It makes you feel good things and see things in a good way, in a good light. And this kind of storytelling I prefer engaging with more, and this kind of things I prefer to continue to create for myself, because I don't know what else we are supposed to do here, honestly. I would say 80% of my interest goes to spirituality, and maybe other 20 like music, movies, and even those are things connected to spirituality, because I always find second meaning of spiritual meaning where there is no even meaning, the art and everything. And I just see some kind of spiritual meaning in everything that I absorb: art, music, movies, So I don't know, my personality kind of designed that way, that I just want to feel God so badly. I mean, it's always there. It's just, again, your ability to see and to feel. And I always go very deep for these topics. I can't help myself. I don't feel I actually made that choice to be interested in these things. It just bothers me so much. And with this kind of strong interest to spirituality, there is a side effect of maybe losing interest in other things in life, like those kind of more practical, grounded, manifested world. And I feel like less interest in these things. The practical, manifested world, the things that interest me, it's mostly like music and arts, at least for now, just because I can see some spiritual meaning and connection with spirituality in those things. Where I don't see that connection, it just doesn't interest me as much. The conversations, the themes of life, like success, money, and all these things. Even actually, this spirituality, and it's everywhere. It's not selective, you know. Spirit is everywhere. It's your mind who is kind of chopping the pieces and say, oh, this is spiritual, this is not spiritual. It's just like, it's simply not true. There is no such a things that are spiritual and not spiritual, you know. There is no people who is spiritual and who is not spiritual. It's just your mind selecting what is actually spiritual. But spiritual, it's just a world, it's just another label, you know. It's like, it's nothing. I wish I would have less resistance towards things in my life. I wish I would be more accepting and loving, not only in my words, but in the practical life that I'm living. I strive for acceptance, for unconditional love as a life experience, not just as a concept, for peace, for eternal peace inside, to share and to shine this love and light to as many people as possible, to the world around me, to just bring this loving presence and knowing that all is well. That's just as far as my ambitions go for now. Yeah. Thank you for being here on this journey with me. I love you.